Hi, Michelle. Yes, on the final day of the campaign, opposing parties here in Calamba are mounting their one last rally to convince voters that their brand of leadership is the way forward here in Calamba. Actually, the Calamba has been ruled by the Chipeco family for the longest time. They have ruled City Hall for nearly 2 decades, but they suffered painful losses back in 2022 when the mayoral aspirant from their family, si Joey Chepeco, lost the mayoral race. Then the Tini Chepeco, the longtime mayor of the city, was term limited at the time. He sought a congressional seat, but also lost in that race. So you can see why the 2025 elections is so important for the Chipeco family. It's a matter of political survival for them. Team Chipeco is once again seeking the mayoral seat, is hoping for a comeback. Jun Chipeco, the family patriarch, is also hoping for a comeback in the House of Representatives. Meanwhile, seeking a second term are the people who beat them last 2022. They are incumbent Mayor Ross Rizal and incumbent Calamba Congresswoman Cha Hernandez. It's a race that is defined by the same old bickering sa local level. Yung promise of uh, delivering better social services for their constituents, in this case for Calambeños. It's also a preview of the exciting races here in the province of Laguna this coming midterms. Sa gubernatorial race, it's a four-way battle. There are four gubernatorial aspirants seeking the top post. They are former congresswoman and broadcaster Sol Aragones, incumbent lawmakers Ruth Hernandez and Dan Fernandez, and the incumbent vice governor Karen Agapay. Congresswoman Ruth is the wife of the term-limited governor, si Governor Ramil Hernandez, who is seeking a congressional post. Basically, both Governor Ramil and Congresswoman Ruth are hoping to swap seats this 2025 midterm elections. Congresswoman Ruth as well as Congressman Dan Fernandez have both faced allegations of vote buying here in the province. They have been tasked by the Commission on Elections to explain their alleged involvement in vote buying activities as well as activities that involve abuse of state resources. Both candidates have maintained their innocence. They have denied wrongdoing. They have denied that they participated in vote buying activities. Congresswoman or former Congresswoman Aragones, meanwhile, has drawn flack for endorsing senatorial aspirant Rodante Marcoleta in the 2025 elections. Marcoleta is among the architects of the shutdown of ABS-CBN back in 2020, and ABS-CBN was the previous employer of Sol Aragones when she was still a broadcast journalist. Despite that endorsement, despite Aragones' endorsement of Marcoleta, she did not secure the support of Iglesia ni Cristo. Iglesia ni Cristo is a religious group that is known for block voting. Aragones justified the endorsement saying that she would endorse anyone who would support her vision for a better public hospital here in Laguna. That defense, though, highlights the fact that healthcare has been at the center of the campaign of many gubernatorial candidates here in the province. They have all made pitches on how to improve medical services here in the province because there is currently no operating public tertiary hospital in the province. So that is the latest here in Laguna. Back to you, Michelle.